Okay, so I want to talk to you about the reality integration device, and that's it. It's basically the technology is all the silicon. It's really yes, it's actually everywhere. But so I had it yes, and then it goes. That's the reality. I throw it there as three circles, and really it's not. It's a nautilus shell, and it starts from Aleph. It's and then it goes all the way out from Aleph to Taw. Right. So let's go over the first circle, which is Zion too, because this model is the same as that model that and then the energy from the sun and the magnetic. This is just another way of explaining reality. So the neither you have from Aleph, the king, all right, the quantum entanglement, where the source starts bet in Gimel is raised up. It has to be raised up, and then Dal is the Torah, the door. That's the cap of the pyramid. Okay, that's the connection. That's where you have to connect through the door, through Jesus. But I am actually returned to Jesus, so the church has to recognize me for their contract to be connected. Now, what's after Dalit? When you connect, that's connect. You're in existence. You're connecting your existence to God. So that's hey, and Wa is the next one, right? Creating the conditions. And so this is necessary. And then Het in what's the contained physical reality, right? And then Tet, it's exert power. And then Wa, continuing. So if you want to continue, like seriously, you have to connect. You have to get up to this level up here in existence, connect to the door. To be with the original intention of creation and continue. The first thing, Zion, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, raise up, Dale, Dalit, Dale, and then Hey, the bearer of existence and existence. So that's in Wa, creating the conditions in existence. So Zion, that's what Zion can do. Zion can create the conditions. It has the power of Wa. It has the power of Yah, actually. And so this is why I put up there Yah. Yah. Yod-Hey. Yah. Yahweh. Yes. Continuing existence. So we're talking about continuing existence in the power. Continuing existence. So Aleph and the thing, Gimel, Dalit. So the idea was the Torah concerning doubt. Now, I come out through the thing into physical reality. So I'm in the physical. So these idiots are thinking they can do all this negative stuff to me and steal from me. It's what they're doing. It's just like when let's talk about the earth and what I own and what is required to give me 10% of, because I freaking own all the oil you take out of the ground. You're stealing it from me, and you have been giving 10%, period. I own the gold, I own the oil, I own it. Okay? And if you breathe air and you do, let's talk about the produce, just produce and grain and agriculture stuff. Now, remember Cain was saying, no, they'll kill me because things won't grow for me anymore. Well, here's the thing. Everything grows in the Hashemayim, in the heavens that I have rulership over, and through this Magdallah, the magnetic field, and what? Yes, I can affect certain people's growth, how plants grow for them. Just totally, yes, and that too. They should, if they want to be blessed, you got to. That's it. Pay me. If not, then they're just on their own. I mean, but if they curse me or they do something and they've avoid it, then they're screwed. You know, I don't know what to tell you. So the second level, Zayin, means of identifying. Het, condensation into some Tet, exerting power, odd continuing, Kaf 20, the example to emulate. Now, Lakah, I want to say about Lakah, that's actually in the Bible, referring to me, and I am Chief Lakah. It's in the Torah twice, Torah Tanakh twice. So we Kaf and Med. Then we go to Mem 40. The next level starts at Mem, emanating. So your ability to emanate. And that's what we're talking about in the Bible. People think it's so violent and stuff, and really most of the time we're talking about death and you're gonna just kill. They're dead. It's talking about soul death. It's they've lost that connection there. They're way down here, and they're in the third layer, right? The inner court. There's the holy holies. The outer court was for the Jews. Saying they've identified as being Jews. They've done what needed during the Torah. So they're contained and existing properly. They can exert power, and they will continue, right? They're an example to emulate, and they have movement. So those that don't connect, and Mem, see, Noon is actually the connections that they connect there. But the next one is Samic, measure. And then you have to be measured. We're in the third thing. Noon, connect, measure. Yod is movement. I mean, how much movement are you going to be allowed if you haven't connected? You want to be allowed movement. All right, you'll be severely contained. If you can't emanate, you really don't have movement at all anyway. So your prayers, your magic, and you're just wasting your time. Pay is division, dividing up. 80. Say, energy moving to a goal. Then quaff, spewing. Resh. Shem sin, because of the dot, depends, whether it's Shem or Shin. And that's an interesting thing, because it's, things that should, it's like they're in existence, but maybe they should be, maybe they shouldn't be. And then sometimes, so you can't say sin is one's should or shouldn't be, because maybe at one point in time it should be, and another point in time it shouldn't be, right? So then we have the last letter, Ta, to physical object reality. It's worked its way out to physical reality. It's, and people try to move up, and this is the technology of the soul. And so they're trying to affect me or God at the soul and what they've done is, okay, I'm not pulling any punches. They have messed up my whole life since I was a child, trying to keep me contained and put in slavery and severe abuse, so they can hopefully they would think they would cut the cords. And I'm talking to the Christians, the church, the heads, and the Catholic Church, and the oil companies. I'm seriously talking to the oil companies, because you're in oil and energy companies. You're the other one. You seriously, I know you poisoned me some way. You did something to get me in this kidney failure. You've been trying to, so you could keep me contained. You're just freaking evil. I'm sorry, but it's true. And you suckers have tried to kill me, poison me recently. I mean, even as recently as, 15 years ago, 20 years, a long time ago. But I've been trying to people, seriously, how long did I spend in the hospital on that one? I almost died and had blisters all over. What the hell? Anyway, so here's the thing so all the oil in Earth's mine is created by Zion, by the Zion. It grounds up rocks, and the heat, it makes carbon and makes oil. It's called abiotic oil. That's how oil is made. It's not dead dinosaurs and dead trees. It's not that, you nutty people. Anyway, so it's mine. So 10% of the oil that comes out of the ground is mine. The whole world is mine. And like 10%, like when you grow something, if you want to connect and have special blessings, then you tie to me. You can go ahead and just go on your own. I mean, not if you haven't cursed me, or you're a family, whatever, you don't have any curses on, you're gonna grow and you're gonna do pretty good. But the only way to connect is, I told you, this is the reality of incarnation advice. I would like to have it really done well one day, but because the three has those 6 sectors. Because there was a failure, right, in sectors 8 and 6, but then that led to look at that sector 7 there, right? It starts with Dalet, then Yod, continuing, A, and movement. So how are they going to have movement? And then toss. So this is movement physically even. And because they haven't connected properly with Dalet, the door, and actually not, it's not that they haven't connected properly, it's that they have attacked and done evil to Dale. All right, and there's nothing that I can do. So that sector 7 is identification. That 7's identification, and they failed on the yod there, so they failed on continuing, and failed. So before they failed on continuing, they failed on movement. They got basically contained. They're contained until they die. All right, basically their souls are dead. They're contained. That's how I kill people. And the heads of these churches, Masons, oil companies. Yeah, I'm sorry, they're getting beheaded, or these agencies are getting beheaded, and there's no physical people. No, the souls of and everything connected to it is just so. Dude, if you're working for oil company, I'm not gonna. I'm just beheading those. This because I do lifetimes, many lifetime stuff, and I don't. Not big on killing people physically unless I need it. I am big on executing criminals. Now, you people, I want to say something about ICE and you stupid idiots in Minnesota protesting. I'm going to make a ruling right now. Excuse me. I just don't. I don't. No, you don't. They're doing God's work. You protest against ICE. I'm giving 1 week for you to make a note that knows out that if you protest against ICE, anything they're doing, and so I see anybody out on the street against ICE in any state, anyone. I mean anyone. They've lost their salvation if they had it, which means they're not going to continue. And they've been cut off. They'll cut off from emanation. They'll be totally contained in their physical bodies. And containment in their physical bodies can mean something as bad, seriously bad, as where they're just sick and they can't do anything. Like me, I'm contained quite a bit because of my dialysis. And I'm old, and these people have gone against my body and tried to kill me so many times. And so my body's been through a lot. It's not like, because I'm Jesus, I have this super body and God just heals me all, I do heal a little better, but come on, man, you cut off my arm, it's off. Poison me in my kidney and destroy my kidneys. Yeah, they're done, man. I mean, they might be working a little better and maybe it could come back, but after 50 years, but they do. Anyway, so Hayes the container of existence. That's what's contained in there. Now notice that a hay is a dowlet with a line under, that doesn't connect all the way to the top, right? It's barrier of existence. But a head is a dowlet with the line that connects and kind of curves to the top. So everything's still contained in dowlet, right? The Torah, the laws of the Torah, the laws of the Torah are written in existence. Okay, it would carry existence, hey, which is dowlet plus that little line there. That's what that's what that is telling you. So y'all got a failure on that tripped another failure on continuing circuit. It's actually tripped little failures everywhere because. So yeah, that's what needs to be solved. That's the evil, and this is a multi-thousands of years things, and these people are trying to rule. And it's probably with the royalty in Europe for sure, and the governments. Okay, people in the governments, they're not without excuse. Okay, I know Donald Trump in the government. That doesn't make the government immune to this. Okay, of the United States, even though the United States is here for a reason by me, by God, but I got to straighten this shit out of the United States. Stupid people, man. You don't stop importing people. Not seriously, stop it. No, diversity doesn't make us stronger. I mean, if you're gonna import people, make them be white. You hear me? And that's not racist. European, no, maybe not, because it might be, make sure they're not Democrats or liberal nut jobs. So just don't stop important people. Except for if a dude like me wants to go get a wife. Problem is, see, making fuck me up on visas and stuff, and you're playing games with this, me. You need to give me a wife. So I want a wife too, but that the Lord. So you're playing games with and trying to use that as a way to siphon off. They're wicked and evil everywhere and demonic and everywhere. Now I want to tell you about the demons, the devil, and Jesus and me, right? And my parents. And parents used, because I wrote on one day that Mary was demon possessed, and that's true. In fact, see, he goes from Bethlehem, the house of struggle, the house of war. Um, Everywhere in my house, my family is against me. They act like they're for me. They act like they love me, but they're really against me. They act like they're doing, but they're acting like they're doing one thing, but they do the other. Okay, and because I'm Jesus, that they are. I have the highest demons. They have the highest demons, and the devil himself sometimes. I mean, seriously, I'm talking about my parents. Love my parents, love my sisters, but I just have to be that I have to be honest with the fact that they're demon, very highly demon watched and influenced. I can't say possessed because they're saved, but they're out of fellowship because they haven't done as required concerning me. They're not immune to that either. 10%. Bless me as the Lord. Recognize that. So they are influenced by demons. Unless the way you have to, how do you not be influenced by demons? You got to do what needs to be, what's right, what needs to be done. And if nobody's done, nothing. So when you come talk to me this, that, I know that I'm talking to a person that's influenced by demons and likely the highest level of demons. Honestly, I'm not kidding around, dude. Um, so that's death. Now I'm gonna talk to you about the holy anointing oil. Maybe I won't talk about that right now. But so I mean that's it. I'm the Moshe, the anointed. I've come per the Torah. I'm the high Adam that keeps coming back to earth. That is that is Yahweh Elohim, or Yahweh in a person, the hypostatic union, who is Elohim, that person, the one high Adam, and he has the idea of Yitrik. That's who Jesus Christ was. But that's what Genesis 1 and 2 are really about. They're not about creation of the world at all. It is a creation, bara, Bereshit bara Elohim with Hasheman with Haaretz. So that's him. Then let's listen. He creates. Okay, Elohim actualizes. Okay, it's bara is really actualized. So actualize, Bereshit bara Elohim. Hasheman, he emanates he goes into he emanates into the heavens, the sky. That's what that's what Yitrik is. That's what I do with Samion the interior. If I iterate into the cloud, I say cloud disappears. I shoot up energy into it, and it disappears. And that energy, that what creates conditions on the earth. It can bring fire, tornado. I'm telling you, when people have messed with me and these oil companies and stuff mess with me and this, that, it, it, the world itself rebels and attacks him. I mean, I forgot the name of that tornado, that hurricane screwed up and did all the oil and messed up in British Petroleum in the Gulf. That was because they messed with me. Seriously, all those fires the last 10 years up and down that ley line, that's because the stupid Democrats wouldn't mess with me. That water stuff in Idaho, that's because Barack Obama messed with me. I mean, the fires in LA. Yeah. Somebody tried to do some screwy Kabbalah stuff and then mess with me and generate light, and they end up burning down everything. This is the reality. They don't have their Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Det, and then the crown. That's the crown. That's me. I am the crown. The crown is not a physical object. The crown is, if someone comes up to me as my queen, then they're part of the crown, right? Then I can bestow my powers, right? When I talked about I did what Psalms 31 and Song of Solomon's 1. That was the powers that I have, because that goes into additional powers. Now, so this is how you connect to God and to powers. No, but what these people are trying to do is hide the blank, hide that, how it conceal the ball, right? And it's emanating out light from the center, the Holy of Holies. The Ark of the Covenant is the Holy of Holies, where the Ark of the Covenant is. Yeah, that's me. And there's 3 things in there, but they're all those 3 things are mirrors things. So there's a they reflect back anyway. So there's 6. Anyway, so that's that. And so next time I'll be from Bethlehem, and the reason is that I think that to all this, because I need to know, because God, that's the same thing God asked. Those that claim to be his family or whatever are actually demons against him and trying to cover him up and deviate. Be friends, but trying to really be good friends, saying that, but they're not. Trying to say they're being fair, but they're being unfair, and they're not going against the law. And then that is Jesus's family. That's Mary. That's Joseph. That's his brothers. Okay, let's just be real. That's what it teaches. That's what it teaches Bethlehem. That's just what because unless they do what's required, then they haven't done what's required, and they're Satan. They're opposing. They haven't connected. It's either they either oppose or don't oppose. They come up, they want a connection. Either I'll take that connection or refuse that connection, unless they haven't done what's required, and they've done all this evil to me to try to keep me contained, trying to murder me, trying to destroy my life, and what keeping a person. Oh my God! I mean, just the level of evil. I just can't even talk about what I've been through, and then when I think about what others have been through, or not think about it, I can experience it for some, for the Cherokee Indians or the Indians in general. I can just. And for Jews, because I know why people are always the earth is always trying to destroy, and this is why, because it's how it really works, and they're just insane. They think that they can just cover up how it really works and do how they want, and it's not. It's going to change, and no, reality doesn't depend on what you believe. It believes on what actually is, and this is the quantum realm. All right, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet. That's the quantum realm, dude. That's the king. That's me. I'm Dale. I'm the door. I'm Jesus' return. I have the sign of being Jesus' return in the contract. It's without this. There's no dispute. So this is what's going on. I'm making a dune. Okay, it's a judgment, because what it is, unless I have this is done. There's a women in my bed or a woman. Then they're Satan, and that's just that, and it's their fault, and they get judged accordingly, and that's the judgment of Sector 7 identification. They've done gone against Dalit. Their continuation is they won't continue, and they have lost their ability to have movement. They're contained in their physical bodies. Okay, I just basically contained them. Put them in a smaller glass bamboo. Spiritually, I contained my mom Donnie. I just contained this. So I don't give a shit about that stupid dude. I contained him. All right. So that's the way the reality integration device stands now. and how it's going out into it's going out. Let me see here. I've got some other stuff here written in orange. We'll see how important it is. Okay, that up there is in orange. To get Zach, having the father in Quina to acquire. You know, Quina is protect ownership. It's really cannabis. It's about protecting ownership, and this is why people are against cannabis so much, because it is a holy herb that has to do with this, with the soul in reality and quantum entanglement. Uh, Acquired legally, it's really protect ownership, but it's also acquired. Quina with the aleph, quaff noon aleph is protecting ownership. Quina the hay is acquired legally, right? So cannabis is about acquiring legally, but it's also about protecting ownership. Um, and it's, so the thing is, yeah, it's protecting ownership. I own the world, and everything in quantum existence is protecting my ownership of it. Now, people have. I'm just really chill with, because if I wasn't chill, uh, there would be all kinds of death and just. But no, I pretty much let people and let the D figure it out. That's being a king. I just let the Lord do it. Now, yeah, I'd be an awesome, you have it for the figurehead, for the party, for that, anyway. That'd be awesome. And yeah, you're contained in Dalit. So yeah, you have freedom in Dalit, in head, within the bounds, but your uh, governments can't go outside, and your democratic, whatever, can't go outside of that. And if it does, boom, I'm sorry, D's coming down. Quantum, the work within what's really, this is, if you want to prosper, this is how you prosper. You prosper by giving me lots and lots of money. Well, recognize me as returning Jesus Christ. I need a castle out here I need a glass pyramid, like the Moody's glass pyramid. And I want to have that where I can live in. Then a nice castle too. And then, Donald Trump, Galveston County is a great place. You get some hotels down here, man. And get those Galveston people to let gambling be legal in Galveston, at least. Anyway, that's just. But I don't know what to do with this life, because you screwed up my body so much. All right, you've been better off to just kill me, crucify me. But you tried to do it all, and you did try to kill me. So there's that many times, poison and this. So, but it was actually a lot. I've been through a lot worse in this life than the crucifixion. I mean, a lot, many times over. So that's anyway. Hopefully next time I'm gonna have to decapitate a whole lot of people. No. But okay, so what are we gonna do about the kids? And because this is a problem. This is a problem every time. And the thing is, no, y'all doesn't have to change. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing we can say. Well, we can do. As long as they haven't gone, we're going to cut off the heads of everything, right? And not worry about it. Now, the church and Jews, with the Bible, because you know how it's laid. They know. They can straighten it out with the Orthodox rabbis being in charge. Uh, Ultimately. Or I don't know. It's not my problem. Actually, it's not my monkeys, not my circus, not my problem, because they haven't paid me. They're Satan, so I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about the kids. I don't care. I just don't care. You haven't done what's required. It's like an ants crawling up me and biting on my leg, and then they're mad because I'm killing them. Hell no. The world is mine. You're supposed to do what's required. You want to be blessed? That's how you be blessed. If not, not. Mary's a Satanist. I'm sorry. My mom's a Satanist. Just know. I know she's in demonically influenced. I know my sisters are. Don't missing the mark sin? Don't you think that would also be going against when Jesus shows up to not do what's required? Yeah. I think, okay, so then you can be demonically influenced, can't you? Yes. You grieve the Holy Spirit. Yes. Huh. Hello, people. You want the Holy Spirit? You want to really be connected to God? You want to really be blessed instead of just talk shit and okay. That's what you do. So America has 250 more years of ascendancy. I came here from this time, screwed up most of my body, and then I'm not no whatever. I should be having babies and stuff right now, having lots of money. But I don't know. I'm not planning on anything except for just living, making this the best place to die. As I retire, and because my body is just, and I don't give it. The world's done. They've done all this shit, and it's been 20 years that were since the Catholic Church actually knew, did all that evil, killed my cat. They killed my cat, froze it. Well, I don't know who did it, but it was probably a cow. They had some kind of something, and then they killed a squirrel, and they made a triangle, not really a triangle, but because they didn't have the bottom of my cat on one side and the squirrel on the other, outside my room, outside my door, my back door. And that's how they started. Then they started with this severe spiritual attacks. Anyway, I'm just tired of everybody's bullshit. Okay, I years and decades of lifetimes of it, and I know all your. I've done through this many times. I know all your schemes, and you've had decades with me. When I've been warning you and telling you, and hey, giving you the chance. Still, even after you kill my children and my animals, and where I should be. Because, to be honest, as far as the Lord is concerned, me not having children, and their children, you murdered my children, period. Because I am the one high Adam, and you are murderers, and you're Lasha, devaluing the one high Adam. So that's not forgivable. Also, there is a failure on Sector 7 on the means of identification. We're going to identify if this is an entity that needs to continue. No. They've gone against Dale. There's continuing. They're not going to continue. So they've been contained. They don't have movement. Don't have A and in their tall. Period. That's that. That's what it is. That is what it is in reality. Jews, Christians, Muslims, I don't care who in the hell you are. All right.